the first ingredient would be basically from experience. So you don't know what to do, and you're undecided, and you're not sure which decision to make. So you have to just go by your track record and see, by the certain choices that you made in your past, not how it felt while you're making the choice, and did you enjoy the choice that you made, but how it actually felt afterwards. After you made the choice, if it's a positive choice, after the choice was made, you're going to feel elated, you're going to feel large. If it's a negative choice, while temporarily you may have enjoyed that decision that you have made, but ultimately you're going to regret it. So this is just a way to reflect backwards. Now, on a deep level, there's something about the choice itself. In the moment of choice, how do you know when you're making the choice? And it's not so clear, it's not a black and white question. How do you know if you're making the right choice? So if you're a person that's a little bit attuned with yourself, also based because of your past experiences, if the choice, Kabbalistically speaking, if the choice while you're making, you feel mochen de gadlus, which is expansive mind, then you know you're making the right choice. If the choice while you're making, you feel katnus de mochen de katnus, constricted mind, then you know you're making the wrong choice. So even, let's just understand what this means. You could be making a choice, and rationally you'll say, look, I have these two choices, I can do this or I can do that, and rationally it makes sense for me to make this choice. But while you're making this choice, you feel constricted, you feel small, you feel stuck. You know rationally this is the right choice to make. You should know that's the wrong choice. If while you're making the choice, even though rationally it may not make sense at the moment that this choice is the right choice, but you're feeling an expansiveness of mind, your mind is opening, and your heart is opening, then you know you're making the right choice. But we should not confuse feeling good with expansive mind, because you can feel good and have a constricted mind. Things can feel good very temporarily, but you're not experiencing expansiveness of mind. So we have to make sure that we're differentiating between these two things, that when you're saying you're making the right choice, you may enjoy it temporarily and have pleasure from it, but you're not experiencing expansive mind. You're experiencing constricted mind. So if you're experiencing constricted mind, that's a wrong choice. If you're experiencing expansive mind, then you know that you're making the right choice. And I would say that on a deeper level, just if you're going a little bit deeper, there's actually a place that's called safek, which is called doubt. And it's a positive place. Because we always attribute doubt or uncertainty to be a place of negativity, because I'm uncertain what to do, and therefore I'm not making a choice, and I'm handicapped. But the possibility is that in the place of undecision, in the place of doubt, that can be a very holy place. Doubt can be something that's very negative, and can be not allowing you to make any choices. But doubt can also be something that's very liberating. Because if you're so certain about everything in your life, then you have to ask yourself a question, am I really living? Or am I living through somebody else? But if you reach a place of doubt and say, I'm not sure really now at this point what I should do, that means that you're actually thinking. So that's a good thing. So the first thing I would say is just welcome that doubt. Don't try to be afraid of that place of uncertainty, because the uncertainty is actually a place where you can possibly make any choice. So first be in the place of paradox, the place of uncertainty, or the place of ambiguity. Just stay with that place for a moment, and then in that place of uncertainty, see what rises up. What's the choices that come up, and where are the choices that come up that expand you and enlarge you, and where are the choices that come up that constrict you and make you small, and choose those places of expansion.
That's great.
Okay, so we have 53 portions in the Torah, which is the word gan, like the garden. The garden of the Torah is divided into 53 portions. And the custom became probably about 700-800 years ago to read the entire Torah throughout the year. So you would start with a portion of Bereshit right after the high holiday season, and then every week you would read a portion, and then you would conclude right at the end of Simchas Torah. That's the way the Torah was read throughout the year. Kabbalistically, this is not only Kabbalistically, but the idea is that nothing happens by chance. Everything happens by divine providence, by divine coincidence. So the fact that the Torah portion falls out in a particular week indicates that there's a certain type of energy that's connected with that particular week. So the Torah portion, let's say, of the portion of Bereshit, represents a certain type of consciousness that is now cosmically affected in the entire world that's related to the portion of Bereshit. The same thing goes with Noach and Lech Lecha. Every portion has an effect on the week. And the effect of the week is not only the week that follows, but also in the week that precedes it. That Shabbos, the day of Shabbat, is in the middle, sort of like a circle, and the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday lead up to the Shabbat. That's the week that enters into that Shabbat consciousness. And then the Shabbat also affects the entire week that follows. And the same thing is every single week, that the energy of the week is connected with the Torah portion that's read. And the Zohar, which is the main Kabbalistic book, and it's considered like the written part of the Kabbalah, not the oral, but the written part, and everything else is a commentary to the Zohar. The Zohar has a commentary to every single portion, or most of the portions of the Torah. And because the beginning of everything, let's say the beginning of the portion, or the beginning of the Zohar portion, or the beginning of anything in life, is really the place where everything exists within its potential, and then from that beginning, everything is articulated from that seed. The same thing is also when we talk about the Zohar portion of the week, that in the Zohar, which gives us a deeper understanding with the Torah portion, if we look at the beginning of the portion, that gives us an indication of what this portion is about, the energy that is connected with this particular week. So what we're going to do is explore the Zohar portion of the week, how it's related to the weeks of the Torah portion, and how each week gives us another insight into how we develop as human beings and how we develop in our connection with the Torah and with God.